I want to talk to you about the physiological effects of violence and why it matters, and why these violent TikToks are a real problem, as well as our kiddos binge watching on a violent shows such as the Squid Games. Okay. All right. So Google.com says that the word desensitized means to make someone less likely to feel shock or distress at scenes of cruelty, violence, or suffering by overexposure. They also go on to give a sample sentence that says the media had desensitized him to the horror of violence. All right. Here's the biology 101 part. The frontal lobe is the part of the brain that is in the front of the head, and it is where government for planning, organization, emotional regulation, logical thinking, and managing emotions, which ultimately affect the behaviors of our kiddos. All right. So in the frontal lobe is the prefrontal cortex, which is enveloped in the frontal lobe, and this is responsible for, among other things, personality development. Why this is important is because we know that the prefrontal cortex does not complete its maturation until around or about the age of 23 and between 23 and 25 years old. And we also know that during adolescence, especially in the state of fear, there is a heightened activity in this region of the brain. ScienceDirect.com is a peer-reviewed journal site where you can find all types of medical information in the form of texts, articles, books, research journals, etc. All right, so there was a study done in a neuroscience letter that talks about this, and their hypothesis proved that the threat-related emotional processing during adolescence is related. It's a thing. Okay, so when this is happening, the kids are learning what they're seeing. There is dendritic growth. The brain is actually growing, forming associations and memories according to the information that is being taken in to the brain. All right, so I just described to you what a picture of learning looks like. It's really a physical thing. So try as they might, the kiddos do not have the developmental capacity physiologically to make the decision for critical thinking. Well, my kid, that's how you can become the parent that'll say, well, my kid would have never done a thing like that. Well, they can if they're on automatic. And that's exactly what I'm trying to tell you. The brain is so immature and so underdeveloped that those behaviors in a child that might not normally be a violent child could become a violent child just by influence and also by being exposed and overexposed to exactly how. I tried to watch an episode of Squid Games.